Picture this, a life free from the weight of negativity, where your mind is clear, your heart is light, and every step feels purposeful. Sounds like a monk's life? It can be yours. Welcome back to Whispers of Wisdom, your sanctuary for audiobooks that transform. In part 1 of Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, we uncovered our true identity and purpose. Now, in part 2, we're diving deeper, learning how to let go of negativity, detach from distractions, and build a mind as calm as a monk's. Over the next 10 minutes, you'll get practical tools, a challenge of the week, and wisdom nuggets to live with peace and focus. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's train our minds to think like a monk. Stay with me. This is going to elevate your life. Welcome back to Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, where we're learning to live with the clarity and purpose of a monk in the modern world. In part 1, we explored identity, negativity, fear, and intention, discovering our dharma and clearing mental clutter. Now in part 2, covering chapters 5 through 8, we dive into letting go of negativity for good, detaching from ego, envy, and external chaos to build a monk-like mind. This is about freeing yourself to live with joy and focus. Let's get started. Chapter 5. Ego. Shetty begins with the ego, a tricky force that makes us crave validation, compare ourselves, and cling to our self-image. In the ashram, he learned that ego is like a mask we wear to feel important, but it traps us in insecurity. He shares a story from his monk days. He was proud of being the best meditator until a senior monk gently reminded him that true growth comes from humility, not pride. Monks train to let go of ego by serving others selflessly, like cleaning the ashram without expecting praise. To tame your ego, Shetty suggests practicing humility daily. Compliment someone without expecting a response. Do a small act of kindness anonymously. He also introduces the concept of detachment from roles. You're not just your job, your status, or your achievements. You're a soul on a journey. For example, if you're a manager, don't let that role define your worth. Focus on how you uplift your team. Here's a relatable scenario. Imagine you're upset because a colleague got credit for your idea. That's ego talking. Instead, let it go and focus on your contribution. Try this. Write down 3 roles you identify with, like student, parent, or friend, and ask, who am I beyond these? This chapter teaches us that shedding ego opens the door to inner peace. Chapter 6. Envy. Envy is a thief of joy, and Shetty explains how monks rise above it. In the ashram, he noticed himself envying a fellow monk's charisma. His teacher taught him that envy comes from scarcity thinking, believing there's not enough success to go around. Monks practice mudita, or joy for others' happiness, to counter envy. Shetty shares a story of a friend who envied a peer's social media fame. By celebrating their success instead of resenting it, he felt lighter and more inspired. Shetty's tool is the circle of love exercise. When you feel envious, send that person mental blessings. May they be happy, healthy, and successful. It sounds hard, but it shifts your mindset to abundance. He also suggests focusing on your unique path. Your dharma isn't someone else's. Celebrate your journey. For instance, if you're jealous of a friend's promotion, list 3 things you're proud of in your own career. Let's make it practical. Next time envy creeps in, like seeing someone's perfect vacation online, pause and send them a silent blessing. Then, write down 1 thing you love about your life. This chapter shows us that envy fades when we embrace gratitude. And mudita. Chapter 7. The mind. The mind can be your greatest ally or worst enemy. Shetty compares it to a garden. Negative thoughts are weeds, and positive ones are flowers. Monks train their minds through meditation and mindfulness to weed out negativity. He shares his ashram routine. Daily meditation helps to notice thoughts without getting caught in them. For example, When he felt frustrated with a task, he'd observe the feeling, name it, and let it pass. Shetty introduces a simple meditation practice. Sit for 5 minutes, focus on your breath, and when thoughts arise, label them thinking and return to your breath. This builds the monk muscle of awareness. He also shares a story of a stressed-out CEO who used this technique during meetings to stay calm and focused. Another tool is single tasking, doing one thing at a time with full presence, like eating without scrolling your phone. Try this. For one meal today, eat slowly, savor each bite, and notice the flavors. That's mindfulness in action. For example, if you're a student juggling assignments, focus on one task for 20 minutes without distractions. This chapter teaches us to master our minds by staying present and intentional. Chapter 8, Routine. Monks thrive on routine because it aligns their actions with their values. Shetty explains how his ashram schedule, waking at 4 a.m., meditating, serving, studying, created clarity and discipline. He shares a story of a busy parent who felt overwhelmed until she built a micro-routine. 10 minutes of morning gratitude, a focused workday, and evening family time. This small structure transformed her stress into calm. Shetty suggests crafting a monk routine tailored to your life. Start with 3 anchors: a morning practice, like journaling or stretching, a midday reset, like a walk or deep breathing, and an evening reflection, like listing 3 wins. He also emphasizes time audits, tracking how you spend your day to cut distractions. For instance, if you spend hours on social media, replace 30 minutes with reading or exercise. Here's a challenge. Audit one day this week. Write down how you spend each hour, then pick one time-wasting habit to replace with a purposeful one. For example, swap late-night scrolling for 10 minutes of meditation. This chapter shows us that routines aren't restrictive. They're the foundation of freedom and purpose. By the end of part 2, Shetty equips us to let go of ego, envy, and mental clutter, building a mind that's clear and focused. Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll explore living with intention and service. Now, let's get hands-on with our challenge of the week. This week, I challenge you to start a micro-routine with one mindful anchor. Here's how. Pick one 5-minute practice to do each morning, like journaling 3 things you're grateful for, meditating on your breath, or stretching with intention. Do it every day for a week and notice how it sets the tone for your day. Why this challenge? Shetty says routines align us with our purpose, and small habits build monk-like discipline. Try it when you wake up, even if you're busy. Share your experience in the comments. What's your morning anchor, and how did it feel? Let's create our own monk routines together. Welcome to our Wisdom Nuggets segment, where we share bite-sized insights from Think Like a Monk to spark your growth. Here are 3 powerful quotes from part 2. Ego is the enemy of growth. Let go of who you think you are to become who you're meant to be. Takeaway: humility opens the path to peace. Envy is a sign you're not living your dharma. Celebrate others to find your own joy. Takeaway: mudita turns envy into inspiration. Your mind is a garden. Weed out negativity and plant seeds of presence. Takeaway: right here on Whispers of Wisdom. Mindfulness shapes a life of clarity. Which nugget resonates with you? Share it on X or Instagram with #WhispersOfWisdom, and let's spread this wisdom. That's a wrap on part 2 of Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. You've just learned how to let go of ego, envy, and mental clutter, and build a routine that fuels your purpose. Isn't it incredible how monk wisdom can clear the noise of modern life? I want to hear from you. What's one negative thought you're letting go of this week? Drop it in the comments below, and let's inspire each other. If this episode moved you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for part 3, where we'll dive into living with intention and service. Share this video with a friend who needs a monk-like reset, and follow Whispers of Wisdom on X and Instagram for daily wisdom. Keep training your mind and keep whispering wisdom to your soul. See you in part 3.